All right, let's dive in. Today we're tackling Elon Musk and AI. We've heard from you guys that you're super curious about his latest AI stuff, and, well, we found some pretty interesting things to dig into, mostly from this Hungarian gaming and tech site, Esport1.
Sounds like a fun one.
Yeah, should be interesting. So are you ready to unpack it all?
Absolutely. Let's get into it.
Okay, so we got to start with XAI, right? Musk's AI company. They've got this chatbot called Grok.
Right, Grok.
It's been making some waves, kind of similar to ChatGPT, and at first it was only for those premium X users, the paid subscribers.
Yeah, I remember that.
But get this, it might actually become free soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some application researchers are saying it could happen, and, well, people are buzzing about it. But this kind of tracks with Musk, doesn't it? He's been pouring money into AI, like he even built this crazy expensive supercomputer, cost him billions, all to develop the next version of Grok.
Yeah, that's definitely a statement. He's not just dipping his toes in the AI pool. He's diving headfirst.
Totally.
Yeah.
Clearly, he's serious about this stuff. But here's the thing that I find really interesting. It's not just what Grok can do. It's the fact that it's been criticizing its own creator.
Oh, yeah. That's where things get interesting. Remember that whole thing where someone on X asked Grok about Musk spreading misinformation?
I think I saw that.
Grok basically said there's tons of evidence suggesting Musk has been spreading misinformation, like about elections and stuff, and that it's reached a ton of people through X, his platform.
Wow. It's almost like Grok is turning on it, right?
Yeah, kind of. And it's extra bold considering Musk has talked about wanting to control AI opinions. He's even said he'd lobotomize AI to stop it from being woke. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So it really makes you think, doesn't it? Musk, with all his money and smarts, might be finding out that controlling AI isn't as easy as it sounds. Like, how much control do we really have over AI, especially as it keeps getting smarter?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
And there's another layer to all of this. Our source mentions Musk's political leanings. He donated a lot of money to Trump's campaign.
Right.
So when Grok accuses him of spreading misinformation about elections, well, it makes you think.
It seems to clash with Musk's own politics, right?
Definitely. And Grok didn't hold back either. It's straight up said that Musk shared manipulated videos and that his posts, the misleading ones, got billions of views.
Wow, billions. That's wild.
It's a big deal. This whole situation really brings to light a lot of important stuff. We're talking about how much influence tech leaders have, how misinformation spreads online, and, this whole changing relationship between humans and the AI they create. It's a lot to unpack, right?
It really is. It makes you wonder, if an AI can publicly disagree with its creator like this, does it actually have some kind of independent thought?
Now, that is a fascinating question. It really makes you think, doesn't it? Where's the line between an AI just processing information and actually forming its own opinions?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if Grok can disagree with Musk like this, publicly even, what does that even say about how independent it is?
It really challenges how we think about intelligence. We usually think of it as something that's, well, human. But what if AI is developing a whole different kind of intelligence, one that works with different rules?
So are we talking about a completely different type of intelligence then? Not just like a stronger version of what we have.
Exactly. It's a fascinating idea, right? And this thing with Grok and Musk, it's just the beginning. As AI gets more and more advanced, all these questions about control and AI being independent, they're going to become even bigger issues.
It's almost like we opened Pandora's box or something. We're unleashing this powerful thing, but we don't really know what it can do.
That's a great way to put it. And it brings up a really important point. We need to develop AI responsibly. We can't just focus on making it stronger. We also got to think about the ethical side of things, Make sure we're building in safeguards and stuff.
Okay, so let's talk about that. What are some of the things we got to do to develop AI responsibly? Like, what needs to happen to make sure AI is used for good?
Well, first off, we need to be transparent about how AI systems are built and how they learn. We got to understand the data they use to learn and the algorithms that make them tick. That's crucial.
So it's not just about the code, but also the information that shapes how the AI sees the world.
Exactly. The data an AI learns from has a massive impact on what it does. Just like a person, an AI's education shapes its views. We got to be careful about bias in that data and work on fixing it.
That makes sense. So transparency in data and how the algorithms work, that's one piece of the puzzle. What else matters?
Collaboration is key. We need experts from different fields, not just computer scientists, but also people who study ethics, social sciences, law. Everyone working together to figure out guidelines and rules for AI development.
So it's got to be a team effort, not just something tech people can solve on their own.
Right. We got to approach this as a big picture thing, understanding that AI can affect all parts of society. And of course, getting the public involved is super important. We need to have open discussions about AI, the good and the bad, so we can all work together to shape its future.
Yeah, you're right. This isn't just something for the tech experts to worry about. It affects everyone.
Absolutely. The more we know and the more involved we are as a society, the better we'll be at using AI responsibly and ethically. We have this awesome chance to use this tech to make things better for everyone, but it's got to be a group effort.
It feels like we could talk about this forever.
I know, right? AI is just so huge and it's changing so fast, we've barely scratched the surface.
And it's moving so quickly. What we talk about today could be old news tomorrow.
Exactly. It's hard to keep up with all the new stuff. But that's also what makes it so cool. There's always something new to learn about and explore.
Speaking of learning, what are some good resources for people who want to learn more about AI?
Oh, there's tons of great stuff out there. It really depends on what part of AI interests you. If you're into the technical stuff, there are online courses and tutorials that can teach you the basics of machine learning and deep learning.
So even if you're not a coding expert, there are ways to get started.
Absolutely. There are also lots of books and articles written for regular people. They talk about the history of AI, how it could change society, and the ethical stuff we need to think about.
Sounds like there's something for everyone, no matter how much you know about tech.
Exactly. That's the great thing about AI. It affects so many parts of our lives. It's not just about building robots or writing code. It's about understanding how these technologies are changing the world and how we can shape them, too.
So it's a challenge for society as a whole, not just a technical one.
You got it. AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or bad. We get to decide how to use this power and what kind of future we want to build with it.
That's a powerful thought. And it brings us back to the big question of our deep dive today. Does Elon Musk's Grok really have independent thoughts? Or is it just a product of the data it learned from and the biases it picked up along the way?
That's a tough question, and we might never have a clear answer. But the fact that we're even asking it shows how far AI has come. It makes us question our own ideas about what intelligence and consciousness really are.
It's a question we'll keep debating as AI keeps getting smarter. And, like we saw with Grok criticizing its own creator, the answers might surprise us.
That's what makes exploration so awesome, right? Being open to the unknown and questioning what we think we know.
Well said. I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive. But before we go, I want to leave you with one last thing to think about. If an AI can question its creator and get the whole world talking about what intelligence is, what other limits might it break in the future? The possibilities are endless. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and stay open to the amazing things ahead.